Life can be really messy. So, what do you do to recover when life throws you a curveball? Well, let's take some time, get messy today together, and see what we can do to bounce back. Frank Thomas here from Wealth Generation Strategies, and this might be a bit of a different video today. I usually am like rah about success, but you know something? That is just one side of the equation. We all have messy lives. No matter what we do or say or the best that we perform, it still gets messy and it still throws up on us. It can be really frustrating. Just recently, I've had some things happen. I'm between gigs, and no, I didn't get fired or anything like that. I basically had a contract run out, and I have been hunting for the next thing to do because I'm very committed to my retirement goals and my saving goals and everything I teach on this channel. I'm very committed to that. And right now, I feel like I'm stuck in the mud. I want to take a few minutes today and sort through those feelings, and more so, give you what I think are 5 ways we can bounce back when we have a huge setback in our plans. So let's get started. First off, I would recommend that you reframe the setback as a learning opportunity. As you can see, we can go one of 2 ways. We can either become destitute and upset and reclusive and depressed and all those things. And I won't lie to you, I've felt that way too. But we can also decide, hey, this is an opportunity where I can take some time and learn a new skill, sharpen my sword, back to the principles that I teach on this channel. Sharpen my sword and become a better tech than what I was yesterday. And that's exactly what I'm doing. See it as a chance to grow. Also, too, let's look at the soft side of things here. What can I learn from this? What went wrong? How can I improve it the next time? How can I avoid it the next time? Now, I'll say that I've had this happen in the past. When you're a contractor, this can happen. One thing it's taught me was that when you have your days of harvesting and you're just bringing the crops in from the field, so to speak, you don't go woohoo and have a party. What you do is you put that away, because you know something? You got to think like an ant. All summer long, that ant is working hard. Now, he could sit on, have a suntan and enjoy life, but he knows winter's coming. He's thinking winter all the time. And that's taught me to think winter all the time. So what can I learn from this? Whenever I'm harvesting and I'm making more than I need to have, I put it away. I put it away. And I put it away some more. I look for ways to squirrel it away. Be like a squirrel with all his chestnuts in the tree, so to speak. And that's what I've done. In this instance, I had to overcome a situation where I've had this happen about 2 years ago, where I was out of work for about 3 months. Between contracts, one thing ended, another thing started, and I had enough to cover that period of time. Unfortunately, I depleted my reserve at that time. I've been able to put away a fair bit in this last gig, but it did not give me as much of a reservoir as I had the last time. But that's okay. I've got enough that I'm good for 2, 3, maybe 4 months, which is awesome. That's one thing I learned, and I took forward to this time. But what can I learn this time? I find that I get into a funk. I find that I start questioning myself and scratching my head, and rejections just pile on rejections, and you wear them right here when you're going into a job interview, and it's not a good thing to have. You gotta skirt that all away and let it go. And that's what I'm learning this time. This shift in mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones for your future success, and I firmly believe that. Let's look at point number 2. Focus on what you control. Oh my goodness, this is a big one. Setbacks often come from factors outside of your control. In my instance, my contract ran out. There was nothing more for me to do. The software that I was designated to build was built, was done. So what do? You have to leave. What I've had to do is I've had to identify Where do I still have influence? And where can I direct my energy into that influence? In the first one, I'm redirecting and identify the area of learning a new tech stack. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning a new way to program, a new way to do things. And I'm taking a lot of energy to do that. And I'm making sure that I make good use of that time. I make sure that I wake up and I get showered and I get shaved and I put my shirt on. I act like I've gone to work. And I think that's what you have to do as well. The minute that you allow yourself to kind of get into that funk, you're in trouble and you don't want to be there. Another thing too is I identified that I can continue to work on my YouTube channel and work on my videos. Now I have more time to get more content out to you guys. Normally I've been able to put out a video a week with my tight schedule. Well, now that I got a much freer schedule at this moment in time, last week I put out 3 videos and I had a blast doing it. I have control over that. Nothing can stop me from pressing record, putting my ideas together, and getting them up to YouTube for you guys. Setting small, actionable goals can help you regain a sense of control and, more importantly, momentum. And I feel that's what I've gotten from these things that I've illustrated to you today. Before we get to point number 3, hey, if you're enjoying this video, and it's real, this is real, baby. This is not scripted or fake. If you're enjoying this, give it a like. I really appreciate that. And if you really am enjoying it, if you haven't subscribed, take a moment and press that subscribe button. Again, really appreciate it. But let's get to point number 3. And I think this is a really important one too. Build a support system. You need to have a support system of trusted friends, family, mentors who can provide you with encouragement, perspective, even advice. If you let these ideas float around in your head all by themselves, boy, they can go weird places. I'll give you, for instance, my wife is my confidant, and I talk to her about everything, and she is right to the chase on everything, and I need to hear that every once in a while. Also, too, mentors. There's a friend in our local church who I really, really, really respect. And I was talking to him because I've talked to him on several occasions about work situations. And he said, oh, that tech stack you're working to work towards, that's exactly what we use in our business. And I'm like, really? Isn't that interesting? And we started a talk, and I said, hey, we haven't got a lot of time right now, but can I take you out for coffee and we can talk about it? And he's like, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to that because I know he's going to give me sage advice. Sometimes an outside viewpoint can help you see the way forward that you haven't considered. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Point number 4. And this is another really important one. Continue to take care of yourself. It's really easy to go and overeat because you're not feeling yourself. It's really easy to say, I'm not going to go exercise like I normally do. You got to keep those habits in place. Your physical and mental self-care are crucial, especially during challenging times. Make sure you exercise, you eat well, you get enough sleep. And I'll tell you, in the first few weeks, I barely slept. And it really sends you over the edge. And practice peace in your mind. I've always said, never let your lows be too low or your highs be too high. And I believe that is a continual practice. Never let your lows be too low. Never let your highs be too high. And find a way to bring your body and your mind into a healthy place, and it will help you overcome those obstacles. And when you go talk to somebody, you're not wearing all that baggage on your shoulder because, boy, they can see it. And they're going to be asking themselves, boy, this Frank guy, he seems to have a lot of baggage. I don't know if I want to hire him. So it's actually self-defeating. I remember I interviewed a guy years ago when I was a CTO of a company, and I interviewed him, and he walked in, and he had 100-pound weights of baggage on his shoulders. I didn't see the baggage, but I saw the effects of it. He was literally desperate. And you know something? Nobody wants to date a desperate Debbie. And I'm sorry if your name's Debbie. I don't mean to insult you. That's not my focus here. But the point is, nobody wants somebody who's desperate. and you have to be healthy, mind and body, when you go talk to somebody. Number 5, create a plan and take action. Take all the points I've just given you and build a plan from that. Develop a clear plan with your next steps. Break it down into manageable actions and start small if necessary. One of my action plans is to build an application to help manage your budget when you want to save and get into retirement. And I'm hoping that if I'm out of work for the next 2 or 3 months, I'll be able to get that out to you guys and let you see it and use it and benefit from it. That really excites me. Stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to share it on the channel as it develops. But you need to build a plan, and that includes your exercising, your small steps, your actionable steps, your learning, like as my wife said, continue to put your resumes out. Continue to learn new things. Continue to talk to those around you. Continue to do all these things, because these are things you can do, and nobody can stop you from doing them. And just keep doing it. Taking even one positive step can help you rebuild confidence and create momentum. And today I've actually got a bonus for you. This is a really good one. Celebrate small wins along the way. Things are going to happen. You're going to do a course and you're going to go, wow, I've done that course. I've got the certificate for it. I can put it on my resume. That's a win. Go and have a small feast, dinner, or something like that. It doesn't have to be big, but celebrate that win. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how minor, to stay motivated and reinforce that positive outlook. Now, like I said, friends, in the beginning, this is tough, and I won't lie to you, it's been tough on me. And it has been tough on me in the past. But I'm not going to give up. I have a goal, created a little sticky here, which has all my numbers. If I'm saving an X amount every month, what does that look like? Now, my cash is very finite right now, but I'm believing that the next best thing is coming, and it'll come in time for me to continue to put away like I have been. Maybe not as aggressively as I had in the past when I really had a lot of money flowing, but it will still allow me to squirrel away and allow me to continue building my nest egg. So that's what I'm doing. To kind of give you an idea, if I can continue to put away that $1,000 a month, when I hit 65, I should have saved close to $350,000 to $400,000, and I'm right on target. So I'm not giving that up. I'm going to still make that commitment to myself to get it done. I'm not going to freak out and worry. Hey, I know we can run out of money. It happens. And if I need to pull out of my savings, I will. And I'll say this is for the greater good, and I'll make it up somehow. So stay positive. I hope this video hits you when you need it. And I do have another video on my channel, and it fits with this one. And it's all about how to overcome money problems. It's a great video. I've got lots of pointers in that video that talks about overcoming money problems, and I believe you'll enjoy it. Be sure to check it out. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed this video like I said earlier. And don't let defeat take you down. Stay motivated. Hey, failure and defeat is part of the road to success. You can't get to success unless you have times when things turn upside down. So start following these tips and pick yourself back up. Frank Thomas, have a good day.